so don't cover me up. In bubble wrap, travel, find yourself a piece with that. Like where you at, you can even see me, there's a gap between us. I know that you're nowhere on the map. Cause you ain't really got it, don't think that you understand, you're at your depth. Yeah, yeah. If you can't even spot it, yeah, there's nothing more to say, boy, just turn left. Turn left, don't come find me. Here, Dad, don't need your money, got my paper up. I'm spending that, you don't even know me, what the fuck? Cause you ain't really got it, don't think that you understand, you're at your depth. Yeah, yeah. If you can't even spot it, yeah, there's nothing more to say, boy, just turn left. Turn left, don't come find me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aspire Sports Show. I'm Tyler, along with my co-host. We got Kyle and Ryan here. Giggs isn't with us tonight. He's at work, so you got us tonight. So we're going to be talking about the game, and if you have any questions for the playoffs for this weekend, please feel free, ask it in the chat. We'll answer any questions you have. So let's go ahead and we'll get into it. So any inactives for tonight? I don't think so. You're naming them off, Ryan, right?
It
Any
seemed
big
to be
ones?
all defense. No, it was all defensive players for the Rams came out with some, but it was all defensive players.
So I don't think anything big. Really, the big news so far is Christian McCaffrey's out this week. Well, has he officially been? I think he's
I don't
not
think it was
expected to
official.
play. Yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah.
he hasn't officially been ruled out, but it looks basically like he's going to be out this week. And then also, Josh Jacobs did practice today, so that's good. And then someone else to kind of keep your eye on is Mike Evans. I don't think he practiced the past 2 days, so tomorrow is going to be pretty telling. I know a lot of people have some question about AJ Brown. AJ Brown has done this all season. He doesn't practice Wednesday, Thursday, goes full Friday. So I'd imagine that's going to be the trend. If he doesn't practice tomorrow, then yes, definitely some concern. But I'd imagine he's going to have a full practice. So let's go ahead. We got a couple questions here. We have Bruce. Bruce, what's up, Bruce? Major help, guys. We got you. Lost 87 to 138 in week one of the playoffs. Okay, so you got to win this week. Got to score some points. I can still pull it out. Just need a big week. So I need some help. David Johnson or Ty Johnson, Kiki QT or AB, also one in the flex. So is this PPR, Bruce? Because I'd definitely go David Johnson. And then who would you go, AB or QT?
That's so brutal because AB is like this is what I've been waiting for when I was holding on to AB was this matchups that he has the next 2 weeks, but QT looked so solid last week in a position where I really didn't think he'd excel in. I really didn't expect QT to come in and play that well fantasy wise, so that
For
makes
sure.
this one really tough. But I guess you go with what you know and Kiki Kuti, but like AB could just go off, but we've been waiting too long for that to happen. It just hasn't.
I do like. I'll say this: if Mike Evans is out, I'll definitely roll AB. But if he's playing, I'd
Yeah.
probably play QT. He has a really good matchup in the slot against Buster Screen. Buster Screen has not been good this year at all, so has a really good matchup. Go QT if Evans plays. If Evans doesn't play, I'd go AB. Watkins over any? No, I wouldn't play Watkins. I'd go the other guys for sure. I'm not Tyler, but I'd start Hopkins, and I think AB is a safe play. Wait, Hopkins. Oh, did he mention Hopkins? I missed him. Let me know. I didn't see Hopkins. Maybe I missed that. Let me know. Maybe I don't see all of the questions in the chat. Possibly. I don't know.
I know I've missed one before.
A-Rob versus Texans or McLaurin? Who would you go? I'd probably go Allen Robinson personally.
Yeah, that one's tough because I do love Scary Terry. But yeah, I think A-Rob you can trust this week.
And they have no Roby, so
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said Hopkins. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. All right, I was questioning myself. I was questioning myself a little bit. Is Woods a good play? Personally, it depends on who you have. I don't really like the Rams wide receivers this week, but I also said I didn't like him against Tampa Bay, and then they went out and had a day. So I don't like him this week. I think Woods is probably going to see shadow coverage from Gilmore most of the day. So I don't like Woods. And then I don't even like Cup this week either. I don't like really any of them. But it depends on who you have. Terry or Swift? Who would you go?
I
If
guess that would
Swift
depend on like
plays,
PPR and stuff.
if Swift plays, I'd probably go Swift, but it's
Even if
close.
it's like a full PPR or half PPR, I'd still go Swift.
Yeah, I'd probably still go Swift. I like Swift a lot. Matthew, well, that was also Kirsty asking it. So,
Oh.
Matthew Stafford or Goff? Who you guys going? I'd go Stafford. I don't
Yeah,
like Goff
Stafford.
this week. I
I
got
don't like
like
this game at all tonight.
I don't like
feel
it
like I
either.
have to in some situations.
You have to like it with Cam Akers. I mean, this is going to be the biggest. It's either going to be a Devontae Booker type situation or Brian Hill situation. And listen, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm very nervous about Cam Akers tonight. So if you're starting Cam Akers and you're really hoping he does well, I'm hoping for you because honestly, I could see this, and I already was telling the guys like Sean McVay is basically like a Bill Belichick with his running backs right now. Has been all season. One week, one of the guys does really well. The next week, he has somebody else. So I'm telling you, be a little cautious about tonight. I love Cam Akers, the player, but he could go out there, have 5 carries, 10 yards. Um, Daryl Henderson, yes, Daryl Henderson. I was trying to think of his name. Daryl Henderson could go in there, have a big run, and then he's kind of the guy. So just be a little cautious about tonight. Is all I'm saying. I got 8Q tags on my team. That sounds like the Patriots. That's the Patriots team every single week. Do I start Robert Woods or Myles Gaskin? I'd go Gaskin personally. Who would you go? Who
They
would you
play
go?
Kansas
Goff?
City.
Yeah, they play Kansas City.
Well, apparently I should go Gaskin, according to some guys on Twitter. So
They said that.
Gaskin. No,
I'm gonna go.
some guys the other day are just they made a good call. I mean, hey, I guess I was wrong. Gaskin had a good week. It is what it is. So
Did
maybe
he really have that good of a week?
he had 30 points, didn't he?
No, not that was like a weird scoring league. No, he didn't have that good
I
of
was
a week.
gonna
But
say, like, what was that?
should I roll? Should I roll with Gaskin or go get Barber? I would get or sorry, roll Sanders or get Barber. I'll let Ryan answer that question.
Like Miles Sanders? I would prefer I don't love Sanders this week, like because just their usage has been horrible. But I do like him more than Barber.
Then how
I
many
probably buy Barber.
how many points did he?
I don't like him at all.
How many points did he have in like a regular league like ours?
Probably
Gaskin.
like 10.
Oh,
Who
okay.
Gaskin? Yeah, it was
Jeez, and that was not that
Hold on,
big
we
a
got to
difference.
fly through some of these
I
questions.
retract what I said.
All right, so we got Roethlisberger, Jalen Hurts. Are you going Jalen Hurts, Ryan?
No,
Any
honestly, I
interest?
mean, it depends. It depends on what you're. I know you just said we have to fly through some of the questions, but I'll try to be quick with this. It depends on what you need. Like I'm an 8 seed in one of my leagues, playing a 1 seed just due to injuries and stuff, and I need a huge upside. So like I'm starting Jalen Hurts in some just because if everything goes completely right for him, he scores a rushing touchdown, like throws for 2. I know the Saints aren't a great matchup, but he has that upside. So if you need like a safe option, Ben Roethlisberger is a safer option. But if you need like something crazy to happen, I think Hurts just because it could end up being a shootout and they need to score some points. So
I got
Hurts.
2 reasons why I like Roethlisberger this week.
He's
I
a good
think
start.
Quick.
I don't know.
Quickly.
I know. I think that the run game's going to get going a little bit better. It's going to help the passing game. So I do like James Conner this week too because Bills are one of the worst rush defenses, but also Ben Roethlisberger is a full participant today in practice and will be for the rest of the week. I think that's part of why they've been having offensive struggles. And you're also going to see James Washington get more snaps and Chase Claypool. So they're going to be trying new things, and they could have a really good game this week.
All right,
And it's going to
Damian
be a
Harris or
shootout.
J.K. Dobbins. I would go J.K. Dobbins. I wouldn't play Damian Harris tonight. Chris Carson, Mike Davis, Akers, Ty Johnson. What 2? I would go Chris Carson, Mike Davis. Agreed. I feel like
Like
yeah,
you have
definitely.
Yeah, I
to. I
think
mean,
Those
those 2
2.
are really good.
RB1
Unless McCaffrey plays, but we don't think he's going to play.
no, he won't play. I'm willing to bet money McCaffrey doesn't play this
The
week.
tweet that I quoted earlier, I think definitely not after seeing that tweet. If the coaches are
Yeah.
saying probably not, then no.
Chubb is my RB1, Melvin Gordon RB2. Would you use Cam Akers or over Gordon or put Akers and flex over Claypool? Akers and flex over Claypool. I wouldn't
Yeah.
start
I
Claypool
think
this week.
Melvin Gordon's going to have a really good week this week.
Any good waiver wire running backs from today's game? I need one for my playoff team. Well, if Cam Akers there, sure, Cam Akers. Other than that, I mean, if you like MP, do you have to start one?
I think Zach Moss is a good play this week if you have him, by the way.
No, he's saying today's game.
Oh, I thought you just meant the week in general.
Zach Moss against Pittsburgh? Ugh, I don't
Joe
like that at
Hayden's
all.
going to be out, and that's why J.D. McKissick went off last week because Joe Hayden went out.
Zach Moss is no J.D. McKissick.
Well, sure, but
Zach Moss is like their running.
I know. Well, I also think they're going to run the ball a little bit too. Then find Devin Singletary if you have him too. Play him.
All right, thanks for all the advice this year, guys. Do draft guide, win or lose this week. I'll make sure to be back your channel next season. Yes, we will do. We'll have everything for you next year to help you win your fantasy playoffs. Believe me, we'll have a draft guide. I'll do like a tiers list heading into the draft. We have a bunch of stuff planned for you. We weren't here this year for draft time, but we will be next year, and we do appreciate you, Bruce. Honestly, I've seen you in here quite a bit. We do appreciate all of you hanging out with us. So honestly, it means a lot. I have CMC, but I have a bye. Should I be worried about him in week 15? At this point, I would be. Honestly, I really would be. They have nothing to play for, especially if they lose this week. They have absolutely nothing to play for. Why would they bring him back? I get that it's the NFL, but at the same time, he's basically like the future of your franchise for the next 4 years. So why even bring him back, in my opinion? So I'd be a little bit worried. Yes, Jonnu Smith, or Logan Thomas. Who would you guys go? No Oz. I would go Logan Thomas. No, I would go Jonnu Smith if he's playing. I don't know if he's actually going to play or not. Do I consider starting Chris Godwin over Ridley? Who would you go, Ryan?
I feel like Ridley is just that dude, but I guess if Mike Evans isn't playing, I guess it gets a little bit closer.
I like Godwin a lot this week, but Ridley is a stud. I would personally go Chris Godwin. I think Godwin's gonna have a really good week. I got to give you props, Tyler. You couldn't have been more right about Tim Patrick, and I'm pretty sure you're the only one that thought he'd have a good game. I'm telling you, I said he was my captain that night. I said I love Tim Patrick. I have all season. Tim Patrick is very good. So is Jerry Jeudy though. But Tim Patrick is a stud. I picked up Cam Akers. Cam Akers is a really good play tonight. MP. Well, I don't want to say really good play. Pump the brakes. has potential to be. That's a better. Has potential to be a very good play tonight, as long as everything goes right. If you need him, I would start him. Are the Steelers the worst 11-1 team of all time? Browns would whoop them if they play this week. LOL. Are you kidding me? Who is this Tribe fan? Who's
I think
that?
it's a bot account.
It's Tanner's burner.
It is definitely Tanner's burner.
Get him out of here. Where's the GIF?
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Here, Tribe fan. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're boom. You're out of here. You're
You're
gone.
out of here. No, I wouldn't say that the worst 11-1 team. I mean, let's say this. It's incredible, and I've already said this. It's incredibly difficult in any sport to win 11 games in a row. Are they a bit overrated? Sure, you can say that. Are they better than the Chiefs? No, I don't think so. But it's still 11-1. So,
You still have to
do you-
line up across another football team and beat them every week. That's hard in the NFL.
and I don't care if it's the Jags because you have Green Bay who struggled
Right.
against the Jags.
The
So
Raiders
it's like,
struggle against the Jets, but they beat the Chiefs. It's every week. You're
Yeah.
not the same team every week because of injuries and a lot of different stuff. So I think it's ridiculous to say any team's bad. They're all NFL teams.
do you think Doug Peterson saying
But
the
Baker
Eagles are going to
Mayfield
use
sucks.
saying the Eagles are going to use Sanders more is actually going to change anything with their usage? What do you think, Ryan?
I think it'll change it a little bit, but honestly, I think that's probably just coming from pressure from above because it seems like Peterson seems to be under some more pressure, and that's why he made the quarterback change. So I would expect a little bit more. Now, if it equates to much, what Sanders has shown that when he gets the ball more, he kind of. I feel like all running backs that are pretty solid, if they get the usage, they end up making plays out of it. But so I would expect a little more. But am I counting on it? He's a surefire starter because Doug Peterson said so. No.
Not this week, especially against the Saints. No way. But there's no reason why he shouldn't be used more. It's so stupid. Like, why are you giving Jordan fucking Howard more carries? It makes no sense, in my opinion. Stupid. Jordan Howard shouldn't even be on an NFL roster right now. So it is incredibly stupid. Coaches sometimes are their own worst enemies. They get in their way so many times. Like Mark Ingram starting at the beginning of the season over J.K. Dobbins. Stupid. So that's just my little
Not
rant.
letting Ronald
Anyways,
Jones shine.
not
Stupid.
letting Ronald Jones over Leonard Fournette. Do you see that guy? He can't even catch a goddamn ball out of the backfield. He's so terrible. Why is he even playing? Anyways, ran over. 2 starters are hurt. I can play 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 running back. Holy shit. 4 wide receivers. Try to keep the questions a little. I love the questions.
Is that on Twitter, Kersey? Just let me know where it is and I'll go answer it.
Yeah, just let Kyle answer that one. That one's that's really hard to. Anyways, Todd Gurley is my other running back, but he has a Q tag, not worth. And I'll tell you what, Todd Gurley, I think it's since what was the stat? I feel like week 7 has been averaging like 2.4 yards per carry or something crazy like that. Like Todd Gurley, I'm sorry, is at the end of his career and has been basically for the past year now. So yeah, I'd play Cam Akers over Todd Gurley. Really, you're just hoping for a touchdown from Todd Gurley. Woods or Debo standard? Who would you go, Ryan?
Is Debo questionable?
He is. I'd imagine he'll play though.
I love Debo. I guess I'll go Debo. We talked about this game. I mean, the over under is 43, and I still think I like the under. So I guess more of a chance with Debo.
I'd probably go Debo as well. Tannehill, Lamar. I do want to say this real quick, guys. In Cleveland right now, it is supposed to be 20 to 30 mile an hour winds right now. So Cleveland's looking, and earlier in the day it said rain, so I don't know. It changed. So I don't know if that changes. So right now I don't like really anything but the running game in that game. So I like Tannehill though. I like Tannehill a lot this week. Guys, thanks guys. You also Robbie Anderson. No, you're well. No problem, Vernon. Thank you. Robbie Anderson or Michael Thomas. Who would you go? Michael Thomas against Darius Slay. They're gonna eat him up.
Darius Slay's questionable, dude.
Well, he should sit this one out. Well, he's had 2 really tough matchups in a row now.
Dude, and it's brutal. It is brutal because I think he goes Michael Thomas and DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna say Robbie Anderson.
I do like Robbie Anderson a lot this week. Robbie Anderson, no, you don't have DJ Moore. Now Christian McCaffrey basically going to be out, and Curtis Samuel's out too. So a lot of volume there for Robbie Anderson. I'd probably go Robbie Anderson. Also, I'm not a believer in Taysom Hill. Right-handed Tim Tebow out there. No, thank you. Hard to mess with you guys. Love your content. Well, we love you, Tribe fan.
Who do you like
Oh,
more, David Johnson or Le'Veon Bell?
David Johnson by a mile.
David Johnson.
Yeah, so Damian Harris and David Johnson is basically.
Wow, the Steelers suck. They're the only team they only win the games they play. How come they can't beat all the teams they don't play against? That's very true. A real 11 would have clinched a Super Bowl ring by now.
I
I know,
wonder who
right?
that is. Oh, okay. I
Optimized.
thought that was Tribe fan saying that. I thought that was like I knew for sure that'd be Tanner or something. Or Drew. I could see Drew making a fake account and doing that for sure.
No, but hey, you can hate. Everybody can hate on the Steelers. There's still 11-1 for a reason.
No,
And I'll say this:
hey, I will say the Browns look good too. I'll give
the
them.
Browns do
credit.
look good, but the Steelers whooped on the Browns without Nick Chubb though.
They did have Odell, and
Like,
I
like
take off my shoes. I quit.
like Nick Chubb makes up a 38-7 difference. Come on now, let's be a little serious.
If anything, that game's over quicker because of Nick Chubb.
All
Right
right.
out the car.
Evening, gents. What's up, Trey? Made the playoffs. Full PPR. Choose two: Deontay Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, or DeAndre Swift. Listen, maybe I'm a little bit of a homer, but I also Deontay Johnson just sees so much volume, especially in the full PPR. Like he's gonna catch you probably like 6 to 10 balls. So and probably have like at least 60 yards. So I would play Deontay for sure. And then for me, I'd go Swift.
I was going to say the same.
I'm
too.
curious, real quick. What was that Nick Mullins stat the other day? That the most passing yards in your first like something games. Did you see that? It was like the same as Pat Mahomes or somebody. It was like somebody like that. It was insane.
Nick
Yeah.
Mullins has passed for a lot.
It's kind of
also
crazy.
thrown probably like 4 times the interceptions that.
Yeah,
Pat
but
Mahomes,
it's probably it sounds like Brett Favre. It literally sounds like Brett Favre when he started. So that's what he could be like. Maybe it might be his favorite player. What number is he?
I don't know what number he is. Yes, get it. Texting it to Kyle group chat.
I'm
Thanks,
replying
Kirsty.
to it right now.
Evening, gents.
He's
Made the
number
play.
4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already answered that
He's
one.
number 4. That makes sense.
Who do I go with flex out of these guys? Devontae Booker, Brandon Ayuk, Gio, Debo, DJ Chark, Ty Johnson. Me personally, I'd go Debo. Or not Debo, I'd go Gio. I like Gio this week.
Who do you
against
like
Dallas.
more, Ayuk, Cooks, or AJ Brown?
AJ.
You like him more than Cooks? Do you like
Yeah.
Terry more than any of them?
I'm not more than AJ, more than the others.
Yeah. Do you like Cooks more than Terry then?
No.
Okay, that's what I said.
Mike Thomas or Kirsty, I would go Gio. Whoever, you can pick one. Go Gio, or who would you say, Ryan? It's
I'd
between
say Gio or Debo.
Yeah.
For me.
Mike Thomas or McLaurin, who would you go?
You're gonna keep asking me about this guy. I'm gonna go McLaurin.
McLaurin, I play McLaurin too. If I play Tannehill and Henry, one of them is going to be average, right? Possibly. Hey, they were both really good against Houston that one time, and this is also against Jacksonville. Like Jacksonville sucks. Okay, Jacksonville's pretty terrible. So I'd imagine they both can have a good game, and I honestly think that game's going to be kind of competitive, like a kind of a back and forth game. So,
I saw a
think
stat.
both of them will be good.
I saw a stat with the Titans where it said like their last 5 games or something have hit the over.
Really?
Just that's because they're a good offense and their defense is just ass. So it's like,
right.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see that happening. I like honestly both of them. Let's see. Made the playoffs. Congratulations, Mac Attack 91. Congrats, making the playoffs, and this year is a feat in itself, honestly. Trying to fill my flex. I have Zeke, Corey Davis, Ronald Jones, and Wayne Gallman. Who should I go with? Wow, that's tough. Those are some really good options. Personally, though, I'd go Zeke. I know people are like, this is what kind of blows my mind is that everybody was like, oh, he's terrible. Like, and sure, he had a bad game against Washington. Against the Ravens, who actually are pretty good defense, he did pretty well. He just didn't score. If he would have scored a touchdown, that would have been a really good week from Zeke. So Against Cincinnati, I like his chances. I'd take Zeke personally or Wayne Gallman.
I was gonna say those two. It's between
It's
those two
between
for
those
me
two.
as well. Yeah.
I got to sneeze.
Snarf.
Oh, I'm back.
Bless you.
All right, congratulations, Cleveland fans. You almost blew a 38-point lead to a team Pittsburgh already beat after we smoked y'all. Oh, Optimize must be a Steelers fan. Nice. All right, what's up, Optimize? I kind of got that vibe too. I just don't like to. I don't like to ask people what their favorite teams are because people get a little defensive sometimes about their favorite teams. Like Ryan, he's really defensive about the Eagles. So
I'm ready to admit the Eagles suck. I don't even know.
He actually has.
defensive.
He doesn't only have one Carson Wentz jersey. He has two.
No, I only have one.
He got their color rush one year.
No, I didn't.
Wait, you have one? I didn't even think you had one.
From years ago, yeah, I had one from like 3 years ago. It seemed to be.
Whoa,
it seemed
whoa,
to be
whoa.
fair after that.
So Optimize. Now you're saying it was a joke, so you don't like the Steelers? My comment, all jokes. Whoa, 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 whoa.
He's probably
Well,
talking about that one where he said,
oh, the one
"Congratulations,
earlier.
you."
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the Steelers. Let's just say this. Last time I'll probably talk about the Steelers again. Steelers are going to beat the Bills. All right. Browns haven't lost a single game when Nick Chubb played MVP. Yeah, Nick Chubb's amazing. I've already said it. I honestly think he's the best true running back in the NFL. Better than Derrick Henry. Yeah, I said it. Cam Akers, go tonight. Yes, Cam Akers is go. Oh, over. Let's see. Let me make sure I didn't miss. Thank you, Andrew, for hanging out. Thank you. So Cam Akers, a go tonight over Brandon Cooks, Kenny Galladay, or James White standard. I think Kenny Galladay is going to be out, so definitely over him. I
Who
would
do
play him over
you
James White.
do you like
I would play him
Zeke?
over them.
Zeke or Robbie Anderson in flex?
I like Zeke. I like Zeke a lot this week.
Do you
Zeke
like
is
Do you like Robbie Anderson over Jonathan Taylor?
it's close. Is it PPR?
Yeah.
Does it say?
Yes, it's PPR. Yeah.
PPR, I'd probably go. Oh gosh, who would you go, Ryan? I might go Robbie.
I think I'd go.
I like
I
Robbie
think
a
I'd
lot.
go. Yeah, I think I'd go Robbie and Zeke because it's one RB and one flex. So you're basically You're not picking one of Jonathan Taylor, Zeke, and Robbie Anderson.
All right, I just said Robbie and Zeke.
Wayne Gallman, 135 yards. Yeah, Wayne Gallman was a stud last week. Don't get me wrong. And it's really close between him. Oh, that was Kirsty. Okay, you answered Kirsty's question.
I think we missed one. Julio or McLaurin.
I go McLaurin personally.
Do you like Akers over Cooks, Kenny Galladay, or James White?
Yeah, I like him over all those guys personally. I would go McLaurin just because I can't trust Julio. How can you trust Julio? Like, I love Julio, but he leaves like the game so many times now with that hamstring, and it's not going to get better. Personally, what do you think, Ryan? Would you go
No,
Julio?
I agree. That's like with this season. That's like the toughest thing right now. Is like guys that have these recurring injuries. Hamstrings are so annoying because like it could just happen and you're out for the rest of the game. It's like, how can you trust guys when they have hamstring injuries? Because they could leave in the second quarter and your whole matchup could be screwed if you decided to start these guys. So at this point, I feel like you got to take the slightly safer option, and that's why you got to even have some of these questions.
Go Bengals next year. Hopefully, Joey Burrow, dude. I'm telling you, he might not be back next year. Like this wasn't your routine like ACL tear. Like this was a lot more involved. And I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but I've seen doctors talk about it. Two doctors now about his injury, and they said that there's a chance he might not even come back next year. Definitely not at the beginning of the season. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Would you recommend? What do you guys recommend for a flex and PPR? Ayuk, Thomas, Higgins, or Tim Patrick? I'd go. Me personally, I'd go Michael Thomas out of those options.
Yeah, I was gonna say Thomas or Patrick, but
I would say Thomas. Ravens defense or Titans? So like I said, that game is going to be the Ravens game. It's supposed to be 20-mile-an-hour winds. It's earlier it said it was supposed to rain, then it said it wasn't. So I don't know. Maybe it ends up raining. I have no idea. But I would go Ravens defense for that reason.
Is there a reason why we like David Johnson this week? Do you like him more than Zeke?
no.
No.
Okay.
What do you guys? what you guys love the show, but now, oh, what's up, you guys? Sorry, gosh, I have trouble reading. But now that CMC is out, PPR, who do I play? RB2, Mike Davis, Swift, Jonathan Taylor, Gaskin, Mostert. Those are really good options to have. Me personally, I'd go Davis though.
Yeah, I was gonna say Davis or Swift. Mostert, I got an update that like he's still not playing at 100%.
Yeah, I
So
saw he said that, right? Didn't he say
yeah,
that?
I think so.
So when a player says that, that's not good because players kind of downplay their injuries. So when you have somebody saying he has a high ankle sprain and isn't at 100%, that's not good. How can Nick Chubb be MVP when people like Patrick Mahomes, Nathan Peterson, Mike Lennon, Trace McSorley, and Ben Roethlisberger still have the ball? Yo, Nate Peterson was a beast. You remember that?
What did he have, like 5 picks, and
I don't remember how
what
many
was that
passes
game
it
he
was.
had?
It was
Was it
like
like
5
12?
interceptions.
Yeah, I think 5 interception, like 12 passes or something.
Was
maybe
it? Like 2 of them were like
something
pick
really bad.
sixes.
Yeah,
It was pretty terrible. Let's see. What's the bottom? Oh my gosh, I didn't even scroll down. We got some questions here. I gotta keep going. Bench one, Gaskin, Swift, Kamara, Jefferson. Oh man, you gotta bench one of those guys. A D Hop, Thielen. Wow. So a lot of good options there.
I think I have my pick.
Gaskin or Swift, me personally, one of those two. Like I like the rest of them a lot. I honestly would want to bench D Hop, but there's no way you can. Who would you bench? You got a guy in your background talking to you.
Me?
Yeah, there's. It must have been the
Oh,
TV.
it's
Do
the
you have the
TV.
TV?
Yeah, Tim Kirchin. No, honestly, I was thinking Gaskin when I first said I have my guy. But yeah, does D Hop have Bradbury this week with the
Hmm.
Giants? It makes me a little nervous.
I would go Gaskin though. You're right. I would. It'd be between him and Swift, honestly.
Yeah,
Who would you go? Gaskin?
yeah. D Hop does make me a little nervous, but he still manages to at least make a play or two, even when someone's
Yeah.
covering him.
I'd probably go. I'd go Gaskin. Do you think AJ Brown will play? Yeah, I think AJ Brown will play. He's basically has done this all season long. He doesn't practice for Wednesday, Thursday, and then practices in full on Friday. So, if he doesn't start Corey Davis, 100%. Pick two, full PPR: Mike Williams, Ronald Jones, Melvin Gordon, Tim Patrick. I'd go Ronald Jones and Melvin Gordon. I like both of their matchups this week. Starting Justin Herbert, hoping he bounces back. I have Cousins on the bench. Stick with Herbert. Stick with Herbert. Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful matchup. Yes, it was not a good week, and the week prior was also not good because I just want to say this real quick. He played Buffalo. He has to go cross coast. I'm pretty sure was that game at 1 or 4 o'clock. I don't remember. I thought maybe it was at 4 though. Whatever the case may be, but teams traveling across coast have a 33 win percentage. They don't do well. So Herbert, I would just ignore the past 2 weeks. This week plays Atlanta. Atlanta is absolutely getting smoked through the air. So go with Herbert. Um, Terry looked like Damian Lillard's little brother. What? Who you're saying? Scary Terry does? I can't. I never looked at both of them. I'd have to look at both of
like
them.
next to each other.
Yeah, like next to him. I'd have to look at both of them. I'll look at both of them after the stream. MP. Thanks, guys. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you, Vernon. Carson, Mike Davis for my second RB. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. I might go with Mike Davis only because they did say Chris Carson isn't 100% yet. So Mike Davis, I might go Mike Davis just because they're also out a couple options as well. And man, I feel like he's going to get a ton. I'm going to be smashing the over on his receptions whenever it comes out because he should see a ton of work this weekend. Might not be efficient, but he's going to see a ton of work. Let's see. RB2, Gallman, Drake, Gaskin, or Gordon. For me, I'd go Gallman personally.
Yeah, I like Gallman.
I like Gallman a lot. I'm going to give my prediction today. Let's hear your prediction. I can't wait to hear it. Brady or Herbert? Me personally, I go Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Herbert. Herbert or
Also,
Lamar?
if you're still watching, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know there's a bunch of people who still haven't liked it, so please like the video. We really appreciate it. Helps YouTube spread us in the algorithm. So we really appreciate any of you guys still tuning in, and make sure you tune in this weekend on Sunday and on Monday. We do 2 live shows on Saturday or on Sunday, and we do one on Monday, unless there's a COVID makeup game, and we might do one then too. And live stream tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, but let's keep answering some questions. No, but if you haven't liked it, hey, look at that, Kyle. You said it in 3 likes. Good job. Work done.
Great job, Kyle.
Haven't said it since
Yeah.
last stream.
All right,
Jeez,
so
Ryan, turn it down.
I was excited, man.
Carlson, Herbert or Lamar? Herbert. Dang, Carlson, your league lets you start running backs at quarterback. Yo, optimize. Why are you stealing my jokes, dude? No, I'm just kidding. Everybody says that, right? Koo is the GOAT. He's like Zerloin of, was it 2 years ago when Zerloin was like a beast? I feel
Not
like
this
Zerloin.
year.
Yeah,
I
not
watched
this year,
that
for
dude
sure.
miss more field goals than I would have yesterday.
Yeah, but that one year he was a stud. I
Yeah.
had him on my team. He was amazing. But Koo is he looks really good, and they're just not scoring touchdowns. So it sucks if you have one of those guys on your team. Cam Akers, anytime touchdown, at least 40 yards. Robert Woods, 6 receptions, anytime. Or wait, 6 receptions. Are you saying Woods? Oh, okay. So you're saying anytime for Cam Akers, at least 40 rushing yards. Then Robert Woods, 6
And Robert,
receptions.
yeah. That's a
Any
hell of a parlay. That's a hell of a same game parlay right there.
Dude, we don't swear on this show.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
my
gonna
bad.
get demonetized, dude.
Yeah, dude.
All right, MP, let's see you lock it in. I do like Cam Akers. I do like Cam. I like that one. Robert Woods, 6 receptions. That's a lot, but he could definitely do it.
Thank you.
We'll see. We'll see you tomorrow, MP. We'll see if you're right. Somebody take a screenshot of it. Rams defense or Ravens defense? Me personally, I like the Rams.
Fuller House or Team Hokie this week? I'm going to have to go with Fuller House. Their team's looking real hot. They're on a hot streak.
All right. Pick 2. We got Taylor, Bernard, Mostert, Dobbins, Akers. Who do you go, Ryan? Pick 2. I'd go Taylor. I like Taylor this week. Like earlier in the day, I'll say this. Earlier in the day, I was really high on Cam Akers. Now I'm starting to talk myself out of it a little bit because I'm a little nervous. I'm going to say this. I'm a little nervous of how this game's going to go. I just feel like Darrell Henderson, he missed a lot of time during the game last week because he got hurt. And then he came back in. And maybe Cam Akers is the guy. I love Cam Akers, the player, but I'm a little nervous, so I'm going to go Taylor and Bernard personally. Who would you go, Ryan?
I was gonna go Dobbins, and then I was stuck on the second one. So I was actually gonna go Dobbins and Taylor to be like safe, but like Akers, he's literally hit or miss tonight. So it's like I talked about a little bit earlier. Like if you need a lot of points and need to take a chance, then I like Akers, but safer I'd go Taylor and Dobbins. Boy. I just got an update against the Seahawks. About the Seahawks.
What?
Chris Carson and Carlos Hyde were limited today, as was right tackle Brandon Shell. The extra significant, it was just some injury update that they were limited as well today. Both those running backs. 2
quarterbacks. Do I play Cam Newton or Taysom Hill?
Hill.
Go Hill. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Pick 2. Josh Jacobs. He did practice today. Cam Akers, Rojo, Mike Davis, Dobbins, Ayuk, Boyd, AB. Me personally, I'm going Rojo and Mike Davis.
I was going to go Mike Davis and Dobbins.
Mike Davis and Dobbins for Ryan. Good job, Kyle. Yes, good job, Kyle. Would you like this, or who do you like this week, Fuller House or Team Hokie?
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, Kyle. Kyle, you're going to win this week, dude. Scott's going to beat you. Scotty's coming in here.
I'm going to mop him up. Gonna go with
What's
the
sweep. Spread?
Gonna go with the sweep this year.
What's the spread for the game tonight? What is the spread officially?
It was 4.5 last I saw. Let me look.
4.5. If Greg the Peg didn't miss those 3 field goals. Spread was Ravens minus mine, so Dallas would have covered. Greg DePeg. That's pretty good. Where did you hear that? Did somebody say that?
What?
Or
don't
is it
know.
Greg the Leg?
Yeah,
Unless it used to be Greg the Leg. Now Greg the Peg makes sense
yeah,
because he
that's
can't
true.
make anything. Um, I'm team MVP or I'm team MP. Oh, okay.
MP.
So you're team MP. Well, MP, he did say that. What did he say the other week? Oh, he said that Josh Jacobs going to have a really big game, and then he got hurt.
He probably did though. I think
He
that was the
said
week
Gibson too,
Jacobs did.
and he
Yeah,
said
and he
Gibson.
said
Jacobs did.
Gibson. Wow, dude, you better not say anybody anymore. They're going to get hurt. Next thing you know, what if Cam Akers gets hurt tonight? We're blaming you, or MP. It's going to be your fault. Butker or Sanders? I'd go Butker, personally. Akers or Sanders? Akers. I'm not trusting Sanders. I'm assuming that's Miles Sanders, so I'm going Akers. I'm not trusting that. Justin Tucker, Tyler Bass, Jason Sanders, Gano. Um, I want to go. I said Justin Tucker, but that weather does not look like it's going to be good there in Cleveland, so I'm not going Justin Tucker. Even the weather in Buffalo right now does not look that good either. So I'd probably honestly go Graham Gano. Usually it was Greg the Leg, but you don't deserve the nickname if you break. uh, no, for sure. That's why he's called the Peg now. That's good.
Ryan, did
That's
you
good.
place that bet yet?
Non
Yeah.
PPR.
Can you send me a screenshot of it, please? Just so I can. I like having the money on there, just so people can see. I could win that much, and then they just will like do it automatically just because the money. They don't even think about it.
Fuck
I
it.
know Kevro does it because he trusts you.
Mike Williams against Atlanta or your little Cooper Cup. If I win, I'm in the playoffs. Not Cooper Cup. Against Mike Williams though. Oh boy, I feel like you have to roll out Cooper Cup at that point, unless you go Mike Williams. He does get Atlanta, so that is a plus. But are we trusting Mike Williams over Cooper Cup?
No.
What do you think, Ryan? No, I'd say no as well. I'd just roll out Cooper Cup. Everyone is arguing between Akers and Henderson. Watch Malcolm Brown be the for sure. I wanted
Wouldn't that
that's
suck?
why I'm a little it would suck. That's why I'm a little nervous about tonight. Did you guys post parlay? We're gonna post it right now. All my picks about to come correct this week. MP, I hope so. I hope so because I've been telling a lot of people to play Akers today. And I don't want to let those people down. So I hope you're right. Mr. Wong, we got Robert Woods. Goff in a tough matchup, though. It depends. Who are your other options over Robert Woods? Let me know. I can't drop anyone. Do I drop Justin Tucker, Miles Sanders, 4 Graham Gano only this week? Oh, if you're going to have to do that, then. Eh, oh, boy. I'd probably just stick with Justin Tucker then, honestly.
Yeah.
I want to drop him. Pick 3: Diggs, Metcalf, Jefferson, Michael Thomas. So who's sitting out of those guys?
Diggs, Metcalf. Who else?
Jefferson.
Oh,
I honestly
see.
want to say Jefferson is. Well, is that who you're going to say? Jefferson? That's who you're
I'm not sitting Diggs this week. I mean I still like Jefferson even when Thielen's healthy. I still like Jefferson. And
Put this over here. I need to move this. Move real cool.
I just don't like Michael Thomas. And what's the status on Drew Brees?
He's not
He's
playing.
not playing.
Yeah, so no,
So
I just don't like Michael Thomas until Drew Brees is back. I mean, he could go off 1 week, or you just don't know. So it's not safe enough.
I'd agree. I don't like Taysom Hill. I think Taysom Hill sucks personally. Now there's a big difference between sucking and then being a good fantasy quarterback.
Yeah.
Big difference.
And when
Massive.
it comes to that,
Tebow used to be a good fantasy quarterback. Was he a good real life quarterback? Hell no. He was not a good real life.
dude, he
beat the
Steelers
Steelers,
in the playoffs. Dude.
Love
That
you
quick
guys.
slant, dude.
That quick slant was
Yeah,
and then you have Mike
burned-
Taylor who couldn't fucking tackle him.
And wasn't it Mike Mitchell who was like,
No,
ugh. Or
I
was
thought
it
it was
Ryan
Ryan
Clark? Might
Clark.
have been Ryan
Yeah,
Clark then.
his slow ass.
Don't add us, Ryan Clark. Don't blast us on ESPN Live.
Love you guys. Leagues and playoffs, right? All questions help me with other players. Should I start or should I play Cooper Cup or Woods tonight? PPR. Ooh, personally, I go Woods. Only reason why is that last week, when they're now it's been since Andrew Whitworth has been hurt. When their two tight ends are healthy, they're doing a lot of two tight end sets. So they're going 12 personnel, a lot more. So when they go 12 personnel, Cooper Cup is on the outside looking in. He's not on the field. It's Josh Reynolds and Woods. So that's why I would go Woods. Just because if I don't know if they go 12 personnel, they we'll see what happens. But since Whitworth has been hurt, they've done a lot more 12 personnel. So I would go Woods for that reason. Mike Davis, Gaskin, Ronald Jones, Kiki, AB need two. Mike Davis, Ronald Jones for me. Ryan, you agree?
Fair.
Sure.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. LA is favored -4.5, but I think New England will cover and lose by 3. Not a bad prediction. I think it will be pretty close, and I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I'd be amazed if this game turns out to be high scoring. But hey, I didn't think the Giants had a shot. Remember that week the Giants played Tampa Bay, and the Giants almost beat them. So anything can happen. Imagine Russell Westbrook playing running back. Just a thought. Yeah, he'd probably suck at that too.
Yeah, they were a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
Yeah, I know. And everybody was like, "No, there's no chance."
And that's when Ryan and Richie were telling me I'm stupid because I said Daniel Jones is not bad.
All right. Anyways, I was thinking Sid Thomas. Yeah, this quarterback's no bueno. Just sit slant boy. They just got Walmart Prime. Tim Tebow starting at quarterback. Who's optimized in real life? I gotta know who he is. He's pretty funny. Cam Akers or Jesus, I was gonna say Demetrius. Damian Harris tonight. Who you start at running back? I'm starting Cam Akers. I'm not starting Harris against
Mhm.
that defense. No thanks.
Yeah, no.
Saints defense or Ravens defense? Oh, who we going, Ryan?
Ravens.
Ravens? Come
You
on,
said
over
it's
the
bad weather. You've
Saints?
been talking it up all night. It's
Yeah, but over the
it's bad weather.
Saints? Over Jalen Hurts? They're gonna crush that Eagles team.
Oh yeah, the Eagles suck.
You think so?
I'm low key nervous because I want the Eagles to lose at this point
Ooh,
that they upset the Saints on Sunday.
I'm actually happy you brought that up because I wanted a
But
little
do you think it's gonna be
factoid.
high scoring if they upset them? I don't think it'd be a high scoring game.
I mean, Janoris Jenkins, I don't think it's still not practicing. I think Davenport is practicing, but like their secondary is still not completely healthy. I mean, Lattimore's still out there, but
I mean, me personally, I go the Eagles. Brian says he's a homer, so he's gonna go with the Ravens. Um, no, but am a little. I'll say this: I think the Eagles can beat New Orleans because New Orleans on the road. They're outside of the dome. Teams that play in domes and go outside aren't typically as good when they do that. So I will say that, and also they have Taysom Hill. Not a believer in Taysom Hill. So, and Philly has a good front four. I'd say not really front seven, but a front four. So Cam Newton or Tua this week. Or wait, did I get the other? Yeah, I got the other one. Cam Newton or Tua. Oh man, this was like one of the hardest questions in the chat earlier. Do you start Cam Newton or do you start Tua? Oh my gosh. I really don't like Cam at all tonight. Like really, I do not like him whatsoever. This is a team that doesn't pass the ball, going against one of the best, if not maybe the best run defense in the NFL. So how are they going to move the ball? I can't see how this team moves the ball effectively. But they probably will, and I'll be wrong. I just don't see how. Like how do they move it? I
yeah,
personally would just go Tua. I'd go Tua because at least they'll probably be losing and they'll have to throw the ball. So at least Tua will have opportunities to throw the ball. Where Cam, I think it's gonna be a massive slugfest. I don't like this game at all. Let's see. Woods gets rushing touchdowns too. Oh, you think so, MP? Rushing touchdown. That's a little bullish. So you think his touchdown's gonna be a rushing touchdown? All right, we'll see. It can happen. Pats defense or Bucks defense? Who would you guys go? I'd probably play the Pats. Maybe not.
No, I mean if Dalvin Cook's healthy, I mean they've been effective passing, and if they can run the ball too, I think it's gonna be a long day for the Bucks, who have been struggling defensively.
I think I'm gonna go Bucks.
That's tough.
I'd probably go the Patriots though, because it is right now. What is it? 43 now.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a high scoring game. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be, at least. So at least the Patriots game will be low scoring. So I'd probably just go the Patriots. I've been here the last few weeks. Oh, this show is lit. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, that
How banana bread? Dude, that was a good impression.
was
Should I
spot
start
on.
Cooper Cup tonight or start Amari Cooper? Personally, I go Amari Cooper. I like Amari Cooper. You guys agree with that? I know Kyle
Yeah.
agrees. He's kind of like a secret Dallas fan. Bro,
Yeah, I
Russ
am.
ran a 4.240. Russ, are you saying Russell Westbrook? Come on. Come on. You're such a homer, MP. Russell Westbrook, you think he'd be good in the NFL? He might be though. He has like one of those motors. He's one of those guys that like you go play pickup basketball and he's like balls to the wall. Like he doesn't slow down. It's like Jesus, dude. I'm just trying to get a workout in. I'm not trying to
He
fucking play
runs the
NBA.
YMCA.
Yeah,
He
like
runs the
he'd be that
YMCA
guy. Like
course.
nobody wants him on his team, number one, because he's shooting the ball every time. It's like, I'd like to shoot it once. Can I touch the ball? Like that would be Russell Westbrook, if you go to the YMCA. That's how I imagine him. Saints defense or Rams defense. The Saint. Oh no, I go Rams. I like the Rams. Settle down. Who's that? The Eagles? The Eagles suck. No, I was just kidding, Scott. Hey, they have a chance. Maybe Jalen's their future. We'll
Oh,
see.
I wanted to say that's what I wanted to say is I just heard today Tom Pelissero said today that apparently what Ryan, remember you were saying he needs to pass off the play calling? He and two other coaches have been rotating the play calling the last few weeks. That sounds
Perfect.
terrible. Why
Yeah.
would you do that? Like,
Like you
I
take
don't
first
know. What
down,
do
I
you
got
want to do?
second.
Yeah, like, dude, that is the
That's
most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my
that's
life.
coaches. They can't. Sometimes they just can't get out of their own way. Like
It's ridiculous.
it's like having a running back by committee, but one of the guys is obviously better than all the other running backs. No, dude, we're gonna keep running. Jordan Howard? Let's just keep running him. He's really good. He's been solid. No.
Ryan, are
You
you
guys
trying to conceal your identity?
Huh?
Your screen's kind of dark, dude.
Who is? Did someone say that?
No, but it looks like it on the live stream. It looks like those documentary series where people are like all black and they're
Yeah.
trying to conceal their identity.
We talked. I know. I need a light, dude. Relax.
All right, Carr Stafford. Stafford. Running back. Dobbins, Gordon, Payton. Dobbins. Mike Mike Evans or Devontae Parker, Mike Evans. You guys think Aaron Jones is a tier 1, 2, or 3 RB? Are you talking in
One.
terms of fantasy? In terms of I guess even
When
in skill.
healthy and they use him right, I think
Well,
he's a
I feel
one.
like yeah, I'd say probably both, honestly. He just doesn't get the workload, yeah. Tier 1. He's a stud. No, I'm just saying Woods can also get yeah, no, for sure. Like that he's kind of like Debo in the sense that they use him in different ways where they have him with some running plays and that kind of stuff. You have no idea how hard it is for me as a Pats fan to sit a Pats player in prime time. I was leaning to it too. I just needed to hear someone else say it. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, like, listen, I've done this plenty of times in fantasy. Like, well, now I got betting, so it's much easier. But I used to always like make stupid decisions sometimes in fantasy to at least have a player playing Thursday night to have a reason to watch the game and root for somebody. So, and you're a Pats fan, so you already have something to root for. But it'd be like a double whammy if the Patriots lost and Cam Newton sucked, right? At least if Cam Newton, if you don't play him and he does well and the Patriots win, hey, at least you have that going for you. So Miles Garrett thinks NBA players wouldn't make good NFL players.
I agree with that. The reason why is Chase Claypool is a basketball player, and I think one of the things that He's great, but one of the things he's not great at is point of catch, and I think that's because basketball players lack the physicality that NFL players have. So in a lot of positions, I think that's a really good point. They just don't have that because they'd rather get the penalty, just like they do in basketball. And one.
Maybe. There's some basketballs
Sure.
that like I feel like LeBron James obviously
Yeah,
could
if he
be.
played his whole life, if he played football, like got drafted, I'm sure he would build that. But I think if they tried to be whatever, I don't know. I think if you took like Kevin Durant and put him in, God, that would be awful.
No, he would not. I mean, Randy Moss was really small, at least. He was not very big.
But even like, because I mean, it have to your maximum height has to be like
No,
six
he'd like
six.
break his leg.
Yeah,
Like
you have
he's
to be
way
like
too skinny.
yeah, 6'6" is probably the max height you could be as like a wide receiver. Calais Campbell's 6'8", but he's also 330 pounds,
Yeah.
320 pounds.
That
Pick
dude's
one.
scary.
Patriots defense, Niners defense, Cardinals defense. Who would you guys go?
Niners.
Niners. I was honestly gonna say the Panthers. But Niners is a good one too. Do I start James Harden or Tom Brady? I've got Mendenhall in my flex. Mendenhall, dude, he was a beast for like a year, a solid year. I remember that too. And then didn't he like he lost them. I wouldn't say lost them, but was a big reason why they lost the Super Bowl because he freaking fumbled it in the backfield like a big dummy. They're used to getting calls. Yes, can't wait for my Bears to fire Nagy. Is it time? Yeah, I think
If
it's
they
time.
lose this week, I think it'll happen.
You think he'll get fired mid-season, or you think they'll
Yeah.
just wait? You think so?
I guess it depends on how they lose.
Dude, do you blame
They put
like
up 30 points last week. Like usually your defense, what you're supposed to hold on to, but they should have won last week. The
well,
defense
that's the
Yeah.
completely blew
thing
them.
though. Like I'm curious
I
as to
mean, Mitch
why you just
fumbled
get
too.
rid of him though. Like I think Mitch is that bad. But like at the same time, I don't know. You drafted him. I don't know.
Yeah, but I also think that the head coaches have some opinion on it. But I think that also like
Upper management.
GMs, yeah,
Yeah.
GMs are mainly on the call of who they're drafting, who they want.
And
Um,
ownership. It depends on how much of an involvement they have too. Maybe they're like, we like Mr. Trubisky, nobody else. Like, because he reflects our franchise, what we like. Like maybe that's what they were like. Who knows?
Taco Fall would be a good wide receiver. I can't tell if you're serious, MP. I hope not. Oh my gosh, he'd be terrible.
You know
He'd
who
just
would
get
be good
pushed
is
over and he'd
what's his name from the Pelicans? The
Zion.
yeah,
yeah,
Zion.
Zion, yeah. That
Zion would
dude
probably be good.
massive.
He'd be a good tight end. He'd be dominant, guaranteed.
Yeah. Let's see. We got MPL Sotri. I feel like he could be a few NBA players that would make some good tight ends. I wouldn't say Taco Fall would. I feel like Taco Fall would. I could see definitely like another player that I would see is like Marcus Smart. Like those dudes, like players like him who are just like your tough players, grind. Uh, I wouldn't say like I was gonna say grind you. That just sounds weird. But they just wear you down, beat you up, that kind of stuff. Like those kind of players, I feel like would just make really good football players. I feel like they would transition well. Cooper Cup, Juju, Mike Evans, or Boyd. Mike Evans if he plays. I could just hit Ask Madden and Super Sim every game and still have better play calling than Randy Fichtner. It's true. You could. Randy Fichtner. Although I'm gonna say this, Kyle doesn't agree. I think Big Ben is definitely involved in
Well,
play.
I've done a little bit more into it too. I think there is a little bit more to it in terms of like, first of all, Ben needs to not throw the ball to Ebron in the situations he's throwing him into with the drop passes. He's throwing to Ebron in situations where Ebron knows he's about to get railed. So Ben needs to stop just dropping it off to him like that. And I do think that like the throw to Anthony McFarland on that fourth down, like that was really stupid on Ben's part. Like if you throw that to like James Washington, he might make that catch, but Anthony McFarland, a rookie running back, isn't making a back shoulder catch like that. So things like that add up. But I also think somebody made a really good point. It's the last thing I'll say is remember we were talking about a year ago about how it's good that Randy Fichtner's offensive coordinator. That way Ben can run the offense, and that's a really good point too. But obviously Ben has time in the league, but when you're on the field, you see something different, and maybe you getting hit and other things like that, you're seeing something different in the field from what the coaches are. So they made a really good analogy is not only are you playing in that game, but you're playing chess too while you're playing a game, and it just doesn't work out that way. And I thought that was a really good point. The coaches are there to play chess. You're there to play the game. So
Yeah.
he is partially to blame, but also it's him not practicing, and he was a full participant today. So I think that's going to look out for them.
Let's see. Let me see. The lifting is so different between the two sports. It's a whole different. Yeah, for sure. Like you'd have to let NBA players at least have like a full. They'd have to really be doing it since college. Well, I wouldn't even say college because you can have some transition, but they would just need like a full season to really like embrace for football. Akers, Boyd, Bernard, or Hilton at my flex. Akers, would you go Akers over those guys? Boyd,
I like.
Bernard.
I mean, I like Akers, but I think Hilton's sneaky this week. His
You like
last
Hilton?
2 weeks have been good, and he gets the Raiders this week.
Me personally, I go Geo. I'm sure that doesn't help you at all, Price. But honestly, I think that they're all pretty even. Like, I don't think that there's one that's like really worse than the others. I think that they're all pretty even. So whoever you like out of them, I would just go. I think he lost the team. Who lost the team? Are you saying Andy or Randy Fichtner? Or who lost the team? Akers, Bernard, Gurley, Jamal Williams.
I think he's
Um,
lost the team.
Me personally, I go Bernard. I like Bernard.
Oh, he's talking about Matt Nagy.
Oh, Matt Nagy. Yeah, I think Matt Nagy's just. I think he's done after this season. It's just not. It's not working. Coaches get like 2 years, and if there's not improvement, then they're done. Unfortunately, how long's he been there? Has it been 3 years now? I don't know how long
Yeah,
he's
I think
actually
so.
been
Probably.
2 or
there.
3, I
It's
think.
just gotten worse. It hasn't gotten better. It started good, but then it has just gotten worse. So he's
Since
probably done.
2018.
Could you all imagine James flopping on the field and crying at the rest gets to, I could see
Yeah,
that.
this is him after every pass play.
Yeah, he gets
he
like
just
touched when he's trying to
yeah.
catch the ball or
5-yard
something.
press. It was 6 yards. Like
Robinson for Hertz. What's that? What's your dad ask? Is that a Phillies question?
No, I don't know. Like, is he trying to make a trade? Like a fan? Is he saying like a trade? Maybe you have James Robinson. Maybe it's some sort of reference to a
Oh,
trade.
no, I'm not giving up James Robinson. I love James Robinson. Hertz, I'll trade you a pack of gum for Hertz. I'm benching Miles Sanders on one team the first time. Guaranteed he'll score 17 plus. All right. So Mark's benching Miles Sanders. Now is the week to start Miles Sanders. That's how it goes, isn't it? And I he's not a good play at all. And I could totally see him having a great game because it's like he was not supposed to have a good game against Pittsburgh and then had a really good game. Not supposed to have a good game against Baltimore and then has a really good game. So I could totally see it happening. And then he also had a really good game against the Rams too, who's another good run defense. So I could see it happening. He's not a good play though at all. Deontay, Bobby Trees, A-Rob, Godwin can only start three. I would sit Bobby Trees out of those three. I got tested for COVID today. Now I can't work for a week and it's seasonal, so I don't know how much it affects my employment to a permanent position. That sucks. Um, I don't. How long do you have to technically quarantine? Is it like 2 weeks?
I
think
think it's
so.
10 days.
10 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably changed since what I remember. It was like 14 in the beginning, but yeah, it's probably changed by now.
That sucks, Optimize. I feel bad for you, man. I wish you the best of luck. Nagy, yeah, Nagy, he sucks. Need a wide receiver. Pick two. I think he just
Need a
needs to be an
W.
need a W. Nagy just needs to be an offense coordinator. He's not a head coach. And sometimes there's how some guys are. They're just not head coaches, and that's fine.
Optimize also. Do you play video games? Just let me know real quick. Go ahead.
Need a W. Pick two. Akers, Debo, Cooper, Mike Williams. Already have Zeke and Keenan Allen in my lineups. Who do you go?
And Scott is talking about a trade.
I'm gonna go.
Scott, who's
Debo,
Robinson? Is it James Robinson or Allen Robinson? And who are you getting out of those? Go ahead, Debo and who?
I'll go Cooper.
I want to.
I do like Akers.
I'm gonna say Cooper and Akers personally, but Debo's really good play as well. I've also been debating Hilton for Parker because I'm not sure about Parker this week. My other wide receiver is Debo. I probably see in that circumstance I'd feel good about Hilton. I don't like Parker. As long as Tua is playing, I don't like Parker. He's not nearly as good as when Fitz is playing, unfortunately. The offense just isn't as good. It's not as friendly for in terms of fantasy football. It's not like Gaskin even last week, although he didn't score a touchdown. If he would have scored a touchdown, it wouldn't have been that bad of a game, but it's just not as friendly in terms of fantasy. My running backs are Cook, Swift, Akers. Yeah, I would just go Hilton, Bryce. Also have Kenny Yeah, I don't think he plays.
Mm-mm.
I don't think he plays. I remember Giggs kind of called that. He said this is the last time we saw. That was like how long ago was that?
That was
That
weeks
was a
ago.
few weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he first got hurt, he said this is the last game that we've seen Kenny Galladay play in a Lions uniform. So, because he has the contract dispute, so it could very well be the last game we've seen Kenny Galladay play in a Lions uniform. I remember I lost by like 5 points one week because Ben Roethlisberger had like 30 points and Russell Wilson had like 10. That's terrible. Uh, Trade. Yeah, let us know. Yes, I play video games, Kyle. Um, well, we got through a lot of questions there. We haven't even been able to talk about the game. Did you talk about your parlay yet?
Oh, I
I sent it
posted
to
it.
Kyle. I think he posted it.
Do you
Yeah.
want to just say it real quick in the chat?
Yeah, I can say it.
I'm gonna post it too. So go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, the tough thing about these is a lot of these goes off how you predict the game to go, and personally I predict the game to go the Ravens to win, and I kind of like them to win by like to cover. So at least I have them in the parlay. I'm winning by a touchdown at least. So I have trying to pull it up, but I'm pretty sure. So it's Robert Woods to score anytime. I have Cam Akers to go over his rushing yards. And at the time of the placing of the bet, it was 53.5 rushing yards. And I know, I mean, if game script goes how we plan, I mean, Cam Akers last week was the back. So if he continues to be the back, 53.5 should be no issues. So obviously, if something happens mid game, a fumble or something, then that makes it difficult. And then I have the Rams covering 6.5. So it's Robert Woods to score anytime, Cam Akers to go over 53.5 rushing yards, and the Rams to cover 6.5. That's a $25 bet to win 154. And
All
same
right.
game parlay insurance. So if one leg misses, we get our money back. So we're hoping for at least 2 of the 3. Actually, we're
There
hoping
we
for all
go.
3, but
Claypool or Mike Williams? Much appreciated, fam. Kyle, who you going? You trust Claypool this week?
So did you see what Mike Tomlin said the other
No.
day? He was asked a question about the drop passes, and he basically said that he's willing to give other players shots, people that are willing to catch the ball, because nobody's job is secured. So I think what he's implying is, I think Vance McDonald, you might see an increase in design pass plays for him over Ebron, mostly because Ebron's refusing to block too. But also, I think Claypool, he's going to get an increase in targets and just snaps overall, and so is James Washington. But there's also another question. Are you worried about Deontay Johnson with the drops? Tyler, you answer that question, then unless you want to talk about the Claypool thing, and I have something I want to say about Deontay.
I would go Mike Williams. It's a really good matchup, so I go Mike Williams over Claypool. What sucks for me, and then I'll let you answer. Where's that question at?
The Mark
Oh,
Pedri.
okay. Let's see. What was the next one? What sucks for me? I traded Saints D, Jefferson for Galladay, Butker, and Colts D. Oh, that's tough. Yeah. Well, when was that? Like right before Galladay got hurt too, probably. That sucks. Are you worried that Big Ben will quit? Okay, go ahead. Were you gonna answer that one, or did you
I mean,
want me
you
to?
can say what you want about it, and then I'm looking up something really quick, and then I'll answer it.
No, I'm not worried about it. Deontay's the best wide receiver on the team. Me personally, that's what I think. I just think that right now the offense is in this rut because they're their schedule's been so messed up. Like it's been so messed up now. Big Ben's been hurt, so he has been practicing. Like the whole thing's thrown off, but I still expect Big Ben to throw the ball to Deontay a lot. Like I'm not worried about it, honestly.
Yeah, like I look at it like this, and I think the biggest comparison that's drawn is obviously Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown in 2011, he was not considered a starter yet, but he played all 16 games. He had 124 targets, 69 receptions. It doesn't say how many of those were drops. I'm sure quite a few of them were drops. I remember him early dropping quite a few balls. 2012, 13 games, 10 started, 66 receptions, 106 yards. So basically what I'm saying, and then the following year, 167 targets, 110 receptions, probably a few drops in there. Basically what I'm saying is, obviously he's not AB yet. I think he has the potential to be that good, but my point is that Roethlisberger is still going to throw to him because he likes the way he runs routes. He likes the way they just have a chemistry. Roethlisberger likes certain receivers, and that's his guy. So I think until he really starts to just drop a goose egg every week and you just show, all right, this dude's not improving, then that'll be. But I don't think a couple games are going to stop Big Ben from throwing him the ball. No.
Let's see real quick. So 2 weeks ago, or Scott said Allen. Oh, Allen Robinson. Okay, so are you getting Allen Robinson? Scott, I would do it if you're getting Allen Robinson, but if you're not, if you're getting Jalen, that's who it was, right? Jalen Hurts.
It hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're getting Robinson, then I would do that. But if you're not getting Robinson, I wouldn't personally do it. Unless you want to be a homer and you want Jalen Hurts on your team, then hey, go for it. I understand, but I would personally go.
If you're going to do that
I
this
want.
week, please do it. Yeah, I would rather you do it this week.
Does he have Allen Robinson in that league?
I'm not sure.
I don't know who his team is. Let's see. As to hope for playoff push, but looks like it's gonna burn me. Hey, we'll see. Oh, well, okay. That your trade was okay. Oh yeah. Hey, you know, who would have thought, right? Look at us. Who would have thought? But really, it's. I feel like that was a pretty solid trade at the time. Definitely, like getting Kenny Galladay. Kenny Galladay is really solid when he's healthy, but unfortunately, he hasn't been. So, what can you do, lads? Do I start AJ Brown? Yes, start AJ Brown. I love AJ Brown this week. I think AJ Brown is like a must start this week. There's not many people I'd start over AJ Brown this week. Cup. We got Cup, Cooks, Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay. Need one. Well, Kenny Galladay's hurt, so I would go out of those. Ooh, who would you go, Ryan? Cup, Cooks, Marvin Jones.
I'm gonna go Cooks or Jones.
Who?
I said Cooks or Jones. I just don't.
Who's Gilmore shadowing tonight?
Should be
Woods.
Woods, I'd imagine.
That's what I thought.
Will probably be Woods. I would probably go. I'd go Marvin
Obviously
Jones.
not Galladay. Yeah.
Are you sure that Cam Akers the best running back from the game today? No, I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I felt really good about it. I've said this. I felt really good about it earlier today. As the day has progressed, I'm feeling less and less certain about it. Because I've said this. I've said it before. There's two coaches I'm not trusting at all in terms of running back for the rest of the season. I said this earlier in the season. Number one is Sean McVay. Number two is Kyle Shanahan. I'm not trusting those two mother effers because they've screwed me multiple weeks this week. Oh, Hasty's a good play. Then McKinnon touches the ball literally every play. Like, I'm not trusting these guys.
What is this bet that NBC's? This is why you don't trust these media. This is ridiculous. Cam Akers over, Darrell Henderson over, Josh Reynolds under. Bet 11.30 to win $10. Are you kidding me? Who's gonna bet that? Oh, you might win $10 if you spend 11. That's ridiculous. Would you make that bet?
I don't know how that shapes up.
Yeah,
I mean,
how
that's
does
a parlay of 3 legs to win, to get even. That doesn't make sense unless they like extremely altered the odds to it.
They tweeted it 32 minutes ago and they only have 2 likes and 1 retweet.
What does it say?
That's
Like the
NBC
over is for the
Sports.
2 of those.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the over minus 113, minus 115, minus 114.
No, that doesn't make sense.
That's
The
terrible.
odds on that are much better than even money.
Yeah, somebody
They must
fucked
have made a
up.
typo. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody messed that up because that's not right.
It's been 33 minutes though, and then it just got retweeted by Roto World.
Somebody messed up because there's no way that's not possible.
Or they're really just trying to get some money.
That's really
No, yeah, the odds definitely don't make sense on that.
That is hilarious.
all right. Would you
Whatever.
guys play James White, James White or Amendola or Cam Sims or Russell Gage, Fournette, PPR? Help.
Shit.
I would go James White, and then I would personally go Amendola. That's who I would go. Akers is trending on Twitter. Don't play him. That's pretty solid advice, honestly.
It's like fading the public.
It really is, and like the public gets super behind somebody, and then that person really disappoints. I mean, we could go back weeks and name players that should have been great and they didn't do well. Crowder, Marvin Jones. Honestly, I love Crowder a lot this week, but he was downgraded to like a limited today, from a full practice to limited due to some type of injury. So something to monitor throughout the week. I love 49ers coach. One of my friends had a bunch of RBs and Hasty was playing the Packers, so he didn't want to trade him, but Gibson had a tough matchup, so he traded him to you, or so he traded him. So you got Gibson for Hasty? Is that what you're saying?
That worked out for a long time, but I don't know if Gibson comes back this year unless they're like still fighting for a spot in week 16 or 17.
I don't think he comes back for fantasy playoffs. But yeah, like if it's week 17 and they're still fighting, yeah, then he'll probably, and they might be. I don't know. Is the weather good for Chicago and Los Angeles? I'm not sure what the Los Angeles is in a dome, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's a dome. I don't think it's open.
I don't remember. I don't
I believe
think
it's
so.
I believe it's a dome. Chicago, I'm not sure what the weather's supposed to be like in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it is. I can't
Probably
tell.
poopy.
Are they at home? Chicago is, right? I'm not sure what the weather is in Chicago. Let's see real quick.
It's either
I'll
Chicago or Houghton. I think it's in Chicago, yeah.
Sunday, it's supposed to be sunny, so it's fine.
Game's starting.
All right, predictions real quick.
Steelers win.
The Super Bowl, yeah, that's a given. Help, Lamar Jackson or Justin Herbert? Justin Herbert, go Justin Herbert, Les.
Justin Herbert. It is a dome.
That's what I thought.
And it is.
I'm going to go 24-14 Rams.
24-14 Rams. I'd say 21 to 14. I'll say 21-17 Rams. Cam Newton or Taysom Hill? Well, hopefully you can still get
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. Go Taysom Hill. All right. Anything else?
Yeah.
First touchdown score. Can we still bet it?
It's probably
too late.
It's probably too late.
Sleeper though. I like Van Jefferson. His usage has gone up the last few weeks. I like Van Jefferson tonight. I'm really pissed I didn't include him in my same game, my parlay for the people, but I didn't realize it until after that. His odds were at the bottom of FanDuel. So
Malcolm Brown.
Yeah, Malcolm Brown.
23-20 Rams. Steelers/Browns AFC Championship. Come on, Ludi.
Oh God.
Who's beating the Chiefs out of those two? Not the Browns.
The Browns.
And it's not the Steelers.
The Browns need another cornerback if Denzel Ward's healthy.
Whatever happened to Grady? Is he not healthy? Like
he hasn't been healthy.
I don't think he has been.
No, he has been healthy all year.
Like all season?
Yeah, he went out right before they played the Steelers. I don't know. Or maybe it was a couple weeks before they played the Steelers, but it was around there.
All right. Well, if you have any questions throughout the week, you know where to find us on Twitter. We'll answer any questions you have. We'll also do live streams tomorrow, Saturday as well. We'll play some video games too, but you can ask us. We're not going to be playing Apex. We're going to do something different, something that can.
Warzone?
Probably not. Probably PGA. It's way too hard to focus on the chat and play those games at the same time. Like PGA.
Oh yeah, we can try GTA too.
You won't have to buy it.
All right, cheap. So
Got Hill in. Anyone heard? Drew Brees should be back next week, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he was actually activated off of IR or whatever the case is, so he has 3 weeks. So it'll probably be next week that he plays.
He has a nerve injury, and so do I, Tanner. When I see your tweets,
He said you guys are the best. We appreciate it, Tay.
Yes, we do appreciate it. Thank you. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you tuning in. So you know where to find us. Good luck today if you have some players playing, and good luck this weekend. Let's go out and win. See you, everybody.
bye.
Cause Sometimes I wonder why